Good afternoon. It's September 20th, and you're looking at the cradle for the David Bradley cutter bar. This is where that knuckle bearing sits, and I'm doing this from a good buddy, Bob Midkiff. He sent me to a YouTube video from the good old boys telling how they disassembled their cutter bar, and it looked a lot simpler than I thought it was going to be. So from their direction and Bob's encouragement, I decided to go ahead and take my cutter bar completely apart as I restore it. Now this one is one of the first cutter bars. There are differences. If you see the good old boys channel, you'll see them remove a nut, a castle nut here, and then they have two spacers on either side of the cradle here, and that knuckle bearing to be able to slide the rod out that goes to the pulley. On mine, what you do is you just take the pins and the setting bolts loose, or take them completely out, and then that rod will come right out, and then you can just lift this housing off this drive bar here. But I didn't know, I was going to be able to see the name of the bearing and the number, but I was able to work it out. But I want to show you something. When you grease this bearing, and you can see the racer in there, and you can see that channel right there, that line is the channel for the grease. But you're not really greasing the bearing, you're greasing outside the bearing. Here's the actual bearing. Now on the newer ones, this part was a separate piece, and it's one of the pieces that goes on either side of the bar. I've got it hidden in here somewhere, but on this one it's actually part of the insert, and the bearing is a new departure bearing. It's a roller bearing. So what I did, seeing how you're only greasing this outside of the bearing, and so the roller pins sit between here and then this inner piece. And when I oil something like this, I do not go cheap. I go for the best there is. And there it is, folks. If you haven't figured it out yet, or you've never tried it, Kroil is as good as money will buy. It's expensive, but I put it some around here and then turn it to work it in. And this is being one of the old ones, and that's probably the original bearing, and it hasn't been used, it hasn't been cleaned before. So I just keep putting a little bit of Kroil in it and turning it and turning it and turning it till and I keep wiping off on both sides as it's pushing rust, dirt, and grit out from inside that bearing. And that way you're cleaning it out and lubricating it at the same time. And then you get it to where it spins freely without making any noise. There you go. You see, it's just as smooth as brand new. But let me show you. If you have one that needs to be replaced, there it is. So this is a David Bradley cutter bar bearing. New Departure is the name of the company. on my bearing it says XD88506, and then there's a space and then the letter A. Now I just checked the internet. There's several places to get a new departure bearing, and usually what you'll see is just the 88506, and they'll have pictures of it, and it looks just like the bearing that I just showed you. So you don't have to worry about it. You still can get that bearing. Same as the bearings for the axles for a walk behind David Bradley. That's the National Bearing Company, and you still can find the bearings for the National Bearing Company. I don't have that number handy right now, but just check it. You should be able to read it and order those online too. But I've got everything completely apart. Now it's going to make it easier to clean, paint, and put everything back together. But I just wanted to show you, this bearing while I had it out. And they clean real easy. They're not so tight that it won't, accept Croy oil in there. And now you say, yeah, but that stuff's expensive. I don't want to use that just to clean a bearing. But it didn't take much at all. Once that Croy gets to those pins, any grinding, any grit sound to it, that's going to go away quickly. And then just keep spinning it and spinning it and spinning it, and it'll draw a lot of the rust and any dirt inside that bearing to one side or the other. And then you just keep wiping it. You see, I keep plenty of shop towels, and I just wipe it, and that I do that till it runs free, and it turns on the top side and the inside of the bearing. I want to make sure that it's free on both sides when I put it back together. But I hope you're having a good day. Now that I've got everything disassembled, it's time to clean. I will tell you, I had planned on soaking this in kerosene to clean it, and just put on some rubber gloves and turn it and turn it, turn it and turn it and turn it until it flushes out that bearing. But it did so well with the Croy oil that I'm not going to worry about doing that. But again, this is one of the older cutter bars. It doesn't have the aluminum drive pulley. It has the cast metal one. Things are heavy too. And I look forward to getting it clean and back together. If you have any questions, just let me know. And if not, the next time you see it, in a couple of weeks or so, it should be clean, painted, and back together. Take care, my friends, and thanks a lot, Bob, for letting me know about that YouTube channel and encourage me to go ahead and get this taken care of. Y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.